Heh. Hello, my beautiful disasters. You survivors. You ticking time bombs dressed up as calm. You smiling in public while screaming in private. I see you. Oh, I know you. And today, this one's for you. The ones who got played and are still too damn kind to admit it. Let's open that book, shall we? The one nobody wants you to read. You know, the one titled, What Really Happened. Let me tell you something that's going to burn in your bones once it settles. There is someone in your life, right now, who has built their entire relationship with you on lies. Not just white lies, not just half-truths. I'm talking about full-blown deception. And here's the worst part. You've felt it, haven't you? You've looked into their eyes, and for a split second, something inside you twitched. That inner scream, that tightness in your gut. That wasn't paranoia. That was your intuition, begging you to see what you already know. See, I'm getting this very clearly. You're not stupid. You're not blind. You're just compassionate. You've been giving someone the benefit of the doubt over and over while they turn their back and twist the knife a little deeper each time. And you know what makes it darker? They know that you know. They can feel it every time you get quiet. Every time you look at them with that flicker of doubt behind your eyes. They know they're standing in front of a person who can see through the mask, and it terrifies them. This is someone who lies like it's second nature. 3 times, try 30. And the truth? It's not just one truth. It's layers, like rotten onions, buried under a smiling face and a soft voice. This is someone who avoids you, not because they're busy, not because they're overwhelmed, but because they're scared of what you'll say when you finally put it all together. And let's be honest, you've been playing dumb to keep the peace. You've been giving them the space to come clean, but deep down, you know they're never going to. Because if they could tell the truth, they would have done it the first time. Instead, they run, they ghost you, they hide behind fake smiles, unread messages, blocked numbers. And why? Because the lie got so deep, they'd rather blow it all up than be held accountable. And now here's the kicker. This person has been treated their whole life like they're untouchable. They've always had someone to believe their story. They've always had someone to clean up their mess, but not you. You're not here to mother their guilt or wipe their conscience clean. You're the first person that ever saw them without the costume. And it makes them squirm. It makes them panic. Because you're not fooled by the act. This person, they lie with a straight face. They smile like nothing's wrong. They act cute, innocent. Like, who? Me. But behind all that sugar is a cold, calculated survival instinct. They will burn every bridge to protect the lie they told you. And they already have, haven't they? They've already gone silent, blocked you, ignored you, ghosted you, or jumped into something new just to escape the guilt. And you're still here, wondering what happened. Let me break it to you in the way no one else will. They jumped ship not because they found something better, but because they couldn't face you. You're a mirror, and in that mirror, they see everything they're hiding. So when they avoid you, when they disappear, that's not rejection, that's fear, that's shame. That's the weight of truth crushing down on a liar who met someone too real. And if you knew the whole story, every word they twisted, every time they smiled and betrayed you in the same breath, every conversation they had behind your back, every plan they made without you, while pretending they were figuring things out, every message they deleted, every look they gave to someone else, every excuse they rehearsed before meeting you. If you knew all of it, you'd realize this. You were never the villain. You were the one they couldn't manipulate. You were the truth that their lie couldn't survive. And you'd never speak to them again, not because you're bitter, but because you've finally woken up. See, once the fog clears, once the illusion shatters, there's no going back. Once the truth clicks in your brain, it infects everything. Suddenly, every smile feels fake. Every "I'm sorry" sounds rehearsed. Every memory starts to rot from the inside out. You start to replay the moments, every call, every hug, every tear they cried when they said they didn't mean to hurt you. And now, you can see the cracks, you can see the pauses, you can see how they were calculating your reaction, not feeling remorse. That's what liars do. They don't confess, they strategize. And you were the one piece they couldn't control on their little game board. So they did what all cowards do. They painted you as too much, too sensitive, too intense, too hard to deal with. Because admitting you were right would mean admitting they were wrong. And people like that, they'd rather destroy the relationship than admit guilt. But here's where it gets even darker. They didn't just lie to you. They let you doubt your own sanity. They sat there, calm as still water, while your gut screamed for answers. They watched you spiral. They let you lose sleep. They let you carry the weight of their lies like it was your burden to bear. They looked at your tears and didn't flinch. They heard the tremble in your voice and still chose silence. They let you blame yourself, all while knowing damn well it was them who turned the knife in the dark. And yet, you still showed up, still forgave, still held space, still gave them a version of love they didn't deserve. Because that's who you are. You loved from a place of depth they couldn't match. You were loyal in ways they couldn't even understand. And they took that loyalty, wrapped it in silence, and stabbed you in the soul with it. And the sickest part? They never thought you'd find out. They thought you were naive. They thought they could fool you forever. But they forgot one thing. Pain sharpens people. Betrayal doesn't break everyone. Some of us. It builds monsters out of angels. And now you're not the same. Now you don't flinch when someone leaves. Now you don't chase. Now you don't beg for explanations. Now when someone ghosts you, you smirk because you already know. The truth always reveals the coward. See, there's a freedom that comes when you finally let go of the version of someone you wanted to believe in. It hurts like hell, but it's the kind of pain that tears the chains off. Because when the mask falls, you don't grieve the person, you grieve the illusion. You don't miss them, you miss the lie you once called love. But here's where the power shift happens. You stop asking why. You stop hoping for closure. You stop rehearsing what you'd say if they came back. Because suddenly, it hits you. You don't care anymore. That switch flips. And it doesn't flip back. You go from overthinking their silence to enjoying your own. You go from waiting on their message to deleting their name. You go from, maybe I was too harsh, to, they were lucky I kept quiet. Because now you realize they were never confused. They were never lost. They were calculated. They were selfish. They were making moves against you while pretending to love you. And once that sinks in, something in you goes cold. Not broken, not bitter, just done. Done explaining, done justifying, done bending over backwards to earn respect from someone who was always playing you like a fool behind your back. Now your silence, it's not a wound, it's a weapon. And they feel it. Oh, they feel it. Because when you finally stop reacting, they lose control. They lose access. They lose the ability to keep feeding off your kindness, your forgiveness, your energy. They're left alone in the chaos they created. And for the first time, they can't use you as a distraction from their own emptiness. Because the truth is, they never wanted to be loved. They wanted to be worshipped, obeyed, forgiven without change. And when you started asking for the bare minimum, honesty, respect, consistency, that's when you became a problem. Because people like that, they don't want partners. They want mirrors that reflect a version of themselves they can live with. And when you stopped pretending, when your mirror showed the cracks, they ran. Not because you were too much, but because you were finally real enough to threaten their lie. And now, they're out there pretending everything's fine, posting, smiling, laughing, acting like they didn't just gut someone who would have gone to war for them. But deep down, they know exactly what they lost. They didn't lose a fool. They lost the one person who saw them fully and still chose to stand beside them until they made that impossible. And you're finally waking up to what you are. You're not just someone they lied to. You're the one who survived it. You're the one who saw the truth and kept breathing. You're the one who got burned and walked out of the fire, smiling, because now you carry something they never will. Peace, not the kind that's handed to you, the kind that's earned in the middle of chaos, the kind that grows when you stop watering dead connections, the kind that screams, I don't need to expose you. Your absence is loud enough. And it is. It screams. It echoes louder than any confrontation ever could. Because silence in the hands of someone who finally knows their worth, is deafening. And now, they hear it. Every time they reach for their phone but hesitate. Every time your name crosses their mind but they bite their tongue. Every time they look around and realize the one person who always gave a damn is gone. Not blocked, not screaming, not posting cryptic messages, just gone. Gone like they never existed in your world. Because when you're finally done, it's not theatrical, it's surgical. See, you used to fight for the connection. You used to beg for the truth. You used to pray that if you just loved them hard enough, they'd stop hurting you. But now you don't even flinch. Now you see a missed call and feel nothing. That's the moment they lost. Not when they lied, not when they ghosted, not even when they replaced you. They lost the day you looked at yourself and said, this ends here. Because now, you don't need to be heard. You don't need to be understood. You don't even need closure. You are your own closure. You are the answer to every question you used to scream into your pillow at night. You are the healing they thought you'd never find. And the most terrifying thing to someone who built their power on your pain is watching you rise without them. See, they expected you to fall apart, to chase, to fold, to become bitter, to become them. But instead you became untouchable. And that silence, that's not punishment. That's evolution. Because when you know the whole story, when the truth finally settles like dust over the battlefield, you don't go back to the person who drew the sword. You bury the past, and you build a throne out of it. And here's the part no one tells you. They will come back. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day when the crowd thins out, when the excitement fades, when they've run out of people to lie to, they'll look back and realize they traded gold for a handful of cheap glitter. And in that moment, they'll reach out, they'll test the water, they'll send that just checking in message. They'll say things like, I miss our talks. I never meant to hurt you. I was in a bad place. But you won't even blink. Because you won't be standing in that old version of yourself anymore. You'll be miles away, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. A version of you they'll never be able to touch again, because they weren't meant to grow with you. They were meant to trigger your transformation, and that was their only role. They weren't your soulmate. They weren't your forever. They weren't your twin flame, your destiny, your once-in-a-lifetime. They were the lesson, the awakening, the earthquake that cracked the foundation of everything soft and naive inside you, so something unshakable could rise in its place. Because let's call it what it was. They were the mask, the test, the walking illusion sent to see if you'd finally stop betraying yourself just to keep someone else comfortable. And the version of you that tolerated that version is dead. You buried them the moment you realized your loyalty to someone else was costing you your loyalty to yourself. You don't beg anymore. You don't explain. You don't lower your tone just to soothe someone else's guilt. You speak clear. You speak calm. You speak truth. And if that burns bridges, good. Let them burn. Because you're not walking back to ashes just to make someone else feel safe in the dark. You are not their safety net anymore. You're not their therapist, their healer, their redemption arc. You were never meant to be the bandage for their self-inflicted wounds. You were meant to be the one that got away and made it. Let that sink in. You didn't survive all that pain just to stay small. You didn't cry those tears just to keep playing side character in their twisted narrative. You went through hell, not to come back scarred, but to come back forged. Because pain like that, it either destroys you or it builds you into something untouchable. And you chose the second path, the darker one, the quieter one. The one where you rise in silence and let your life speak for you. No more explaining, no more fixing, no more bending yourself into pieces for people who only show up with scissors. You now understand. Anyone who benefits from your confusion is not your friend. Anyone who can sit with you in pain they caused and still lie is not someone worth another second of your time. And now you've tasted the truth, the real truth, not the version they offered you between gaslight and guilt trip, not the sugar-coated story they rehearsed, but the raw, jagged, inconvenient truth that finally set you free. And guess what? You're still standing, you're still breathing, and you're only getting colder, smarter, clearer, not toxic, just unreachable. You've become the one thing they never expected, someone they can't manipulate anymore, someone they can't reach with apologies, someone who finally chose themselves and meant it, because that's the part they never saw coming. They thought your silence was weakness. They thought your distance meant you were hurting. They thought you were sitting somewhere waiting, hoping, dying for them to change. But in reality, you were rebuilding the empire they tried to burn, brick by brick, boundary by boundary. No pity, no permission, no explanations. You were gathering the shattered parts of yourself, not to glue them back together, but to recreate something unrecognizable, not the old you, patched up and stitched together. No. You became something entirely new, sharper, colder, cleaner, with eyes that no longer flinch at red flags. Because now, you burn them before they even wave. See, they didn't break you, they awakened you. They gave you the clarity you were too compassionate to claim before. They taught you that love without truth is just manipulation in costume. They taught you that presence without respect is poison. They taught you that someone can hold your hand and hide a dagger behind their back and call it just being confused. But you're not confused anymore. Now you're calculating. Now you watch from a distance they can't cross. Now you read energy like a script and call people out with silence sharper than any words. You no longer crave their apology. You pity their inability to become what they pretend to be. Because here's the thing, you don't want them back. You want you back. The version of you that used to sleep peacefully. The version of you that didn't question your own worth. The version of you that didn't feel like love had to be earned through suffering. And you got that version back. Not by forgiving them, but by forgiving yourself for staying too long. By finally admitting you deserved more. And now you'll accept nothing less. You are no longer available for half love. You are no longer reachable through guilt. You are no longer triggered by absence because now you know. Anyone who leaves you when it's hard was never built to stay. And anyone who lies to you while looking in your eyes, they were never worthy of the truth you brought to the table. You gave someone a throne in your heart, and they used it as a stepping stool to reach someone else's attention. They used your love like it was disposable. But you recycled that betrayal into fuel, into wisdom, into walls they'll never climb again. Because now, you don't even whisper their name. You don't bring them up in conversation. You've elevated to a realm where their existence doesn't echo anymore. They are not your heartbreak. They are your history. A footnote in a chapter of your rise, nothing more. And now, you walk differently, not louder, but heavier. Every step says, I've been through war, and came back without needing to tell the story, because that's real power, not revenge, not rage, just distance laced with dignity. You don't need to scream your worth anymore. It radiates off you. You don't need to prove what you went through. Your silence tells the whole story. You don't chase, don't beg, don't defend yourself, because you finally understand. Truth doesn't require validation. You lived it, you endured it, and now you've outgrown it. You no longer romanticize the pain. You no longer see betrayal as poetry. You see it for what it is, a redirection, a forced exit, a divine reminder that sometimes the storm wasn't sent to break you, but to break them away from you. Because let's be honest, you wouldn't have let go. You would have kept forgiving, kept justifying, kept waiting for someone to become what they never intended to be. But when you saw the full story, everything changed. When the final piece of the puzzle clicked into place, when you realized the love was fake, the tears were scripted, the I need time lines were just stalling tactics, your heart didn't break. It froze. You stopped seeing them as someone who was just confused. You started seeing them for what they truly were, a manipulator in soft packaging, a liar with a convincing smile, a ghost wearing flesh. You gave them chances, and they saw them as loopholes. You gave them truth, and they weaponized it. You gave them time, and they used it to plot your exit. But now you no longer operate from emotion. You operate from evidence, and the evidence is loud. The silence, the contradictions, the stories that changed, the patterns, the sudden distance, the recycled excuses, and most of all, your own gut. That inner alarm that you silenced for far too long because you didn't want to believe that someone who claimed to love you could lie like that. But they did, and that's not your fault. It's your awakening, because now, the old version of you, the one who tolerated confusion, accepted crumbs, clung to potential, that version is gone. Now you walk with boundaries wrapped in steel. Now you trust energy more than words. Now you study actions like scripture. And now you keep receipts, not to expose them, but to remind yourself never to go back. Because when someone lies to your face while holding your heart in their hands, they don't deserve a confrontation. They deserve your indifference. They deserve to feel the chill of your silence and know they lost access to someone they'll never find again. And the ones they run to, let them have them. Let them pretend. Let them wear the mask for as long as it fits. Because eventually, that mask always slips. And when it does, they'll realize what you already know. They weren't special. They were just next. But you were rare. You were real. You were the one that showed up with love, loyalty, clarity, and got discarded like an inconvenience. And you still didn't break. You still didn't become them. You still rose. That's your power. You didn't just walk away. You evolved. You didn't just survive. You recalibrated. Now, your circle is smaller, your standards higher, your tolerance for lies and inconsistency non-existent. You are no longer the one holding the door open for people who knock just to waste your time. You are no longer the emotional sponge for someone else's brokenness. You are no longer auditioning for someone to choose you. You've already been chosen. By your own healing, by your own evolution, by the version of you who finally said, no more. No more almosts, no more false hope, no more connections built on potential, no more sacrificing your peace for the comfort of cowards. Because you've learned something priceless, something they never expected you to realize. You are the prize. Not them, never them. They were the test, and you passed. With blood on your knuckles, with silence in your mouth, with tears that turned to steel, you passed. And now they watch, from afar, in silence, wondering how the hell you got so cold. But they'll never know. Because if they knew the whole story, they'd never forgive themselves again.